Hello. Hello. What are you going to do in this realm of illusions? What are you going to do in this realm of duality, in this realm of light and dark? Are you going to face where you are? Or are you going to get wrapped up in the illusions? Are you going to fall prey to it? Can you observe it? Can you observe where you are? Can you see through the illusions? Can you get beyond God? Can you go beyond God and illusions? Are you stuck? Are you stuck in your beliefs, your belief systems? Are you stuck in your ideology? Are you stuck in your religious indoctrination? Are you stuck in your scientism? Are you stuck in your mystery schools? Ooh, that one might hit some people hard. Where did you get stuck along the way? Which path did you follow that led you right into an animal pen on your way to the slaughterhouse? Where did you get stuck? Where did you get fooled? Where did you get tricked? Who deceived you? Who deceived you? Did you deceive yourselves? Are you going to look in the mirror? Is it everyone else's fault? What you chose? What are you choosing today? Can the sun and the moon deceive you in this realm? Do you know what they are? Are you sure you know what they are? You're not sure. You're just pretending, aren't you? You're pretending to know. You're pretending to have gnosis, as they say. Pretending to comprehend and understand this realm. Very few do. Very few understand where they are, what this place is. Very few look at the light and the dark. Very few look at both sides now, good and evil, and the middle that splices right between. Very few look at reality, study it, observe it. Very few study this realm and the false reality here in this place with the sun and the moon and the illusions of time and space and matter, material, the illusions, Maya, the illusion. Many here in this realm get wrapped up in the illusions. Most do. Almost all. Almost all get fooled. Fools by the illusions of this realm. Fools. Fools like a damn fool. As Sanchez says, Bro Sanchez. And they get fooled by him. And they dig into their wallets and they cash app them money. Many in this realm get fooled by the symbolism. There's millions of rabbit holes you can go down and get lost in. Caves, rabbit holes, mazes, You can get lost forever here. You can get lost forever here. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you. Self-aware you. I'm trying to make you self-aware. Here's the gates of hell here. And I am being playful as I make this video. I think that humor is healthy. It's not an attack, as losers try to say. These are the gates of hell, imagined in a surreal way. They're living. They're not just bricks and mortar and iron bars. They're living diamonds. They're diamonds. They're diamonds. But they're illusions designed to scare you. I'm here to prepare you. They want to scare you. I'm trying to help you empower your spirit. They want to disempower your spirit. Some people say it's not so black and white, Stephen. It's not so cut and dried. But at the bottom of things, it truly is. We're in a complex realm, but in the end, if you want to sum it up, it is good versus evil. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on beyond here. Now, some would say, well, that's just an illusion of good and evil, Stephen. There's no right, no wrong. There's no good, no evil, they say. Moral relativism, they don't exist. We're all one. You are me and I am you, and there's no good and there's no evil, and we're the demons, and we're the murderers, and we're the ones controlling this realm and creating suffering, and we're harming children, and we're doing this, and no, I don't buy that at all. I'd rather end my existence than participate in the fucking evil that's going on here. I'm against it. So that's another New Age deception, that we're all part of this. We're the same. We're all equal with evil. We're all one. No, that's another illusion. That's another deception, a deep deception. Deep psychological deception and spiritual deception. It's false. They want you to believe that there's no good and evil so that they can do more evil, so that they can harm more, create more suffering and trauma. That's what evil does. Evil is evil. You should always expect evil from evil and not expect anything other than that from them. Put simply, evil is going to be evil. Don't assume they won't be. Don't expect something else from evil. Don't expect 2 + 2 to equal 5 or 2 + 2 to equal pineapple, which isn't a number, of course. It's completely wrong and way off. But a lot of people do believe nonsense. They do believe 2 + 2 equals pineapple. They believe New Age nonsense, deceptions. They believe religious deceptions. I don't care if you're Muslim or Jewish or Christian, born again or Catholic or Protestant or Jehovah's Witness or Mormon or Buddhist or Hindu. I don't care. They're set up to deceive you and control you. They are control mechanisms. They feed you illusions of saviors and illusions of holiness, illusions of ascension, illusions of the divine. You're in a realm filled with illusions. That's how this place works. Illusions and lies. It's more than just suffering here. It works by trickery, by deception, by conspiracies, by illusions, layers and layers and levels stacked on top of each other. Stack up layers of images, 1,000 of them, and see how much you can see at that point. It becomes difficult to see them all. They want it to be difficult here for you. See the castles in the sky? Don't you see the beauty? Don't you see the beauty? Well, beauty here can be an illusion too. You could say, it's beautiful, Stephen. It's paradise here. It looks beautiful. We have palm trees. It looks like Tahiti. It's gorgeous here. Truly a paradise. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Don't you see the beauty? Well, beauty can mislead you. Beauty can be an illusion. Whether it's a beautiful scene, beautiful island, a beautiful woman, it can be deceptive. It can be tricky. You're in a tricky reality. You're in a tricky realm. Well, don't you see the beauty? Look at the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit houses. Look at this. They're so gorgeous, wholesome. A fantasy world, like out of a movie. We could live like that in this realm, and it would be amazing, wouldn't it? What if we all lived in hobbit houses and had old growth trees? Well, you're still going to age. You're still going to die. Your body ages in this realm. It's the way this realm is designed. You're still going to have tornadoes somewhere, and hurricanes to deal with, and earthquakes, and firestorms, and great floods, and famines, and droughts, and weather, all the weather, lightning storms, and lightning killing people and children, birth defects, disabilities, disabled children, genetic disorders, suffering galore, 10,000 plus documented diagnosable diseases. It goes on and on. It goes on and on. Because you're in a suffering realm. It's about more than architecture and everybody having a cute little hobbit house to live in. Even if the money system were somehow ended and replaced with something better, a better system. Great, but you're still in a hell realm. See, that's what people don't want to see. They don't want to go all the way because they're fearful and they can't face as much as I can. Look at this ogre. Look at this ogre. Is it real or is it an illusion? Now, what if you saw that? What if they showed something to you like that in this realm? Not out of body, but in your body. What if they made creatures like this or something that posed or it was an illusion, a hologram, but very realistic? What if they used mind control to make you also believe that it's real, gave you the feeling that this is real and you're under threat, this giant beanstalk here. Look at this here. That looks more like out of a storybook illustration. But what if it looked so real that it was convincing and they used mind control weapons, frequency weapons, to convince you that these things were real? What if they convinced you that there's castles in the clouds with dragons on top of them? What if technology here kept advancing and they kept mind controlling you more and more and more? I'm not trying to scare you, man or woman. I'm trying to get you to understand something about where you are. And I'm speaking this way on purpose. In a way, I want to push you. I want to press your buttons a little bit. I want to provoke you. I want to antagonize you a little bit. I want to get under your fucking skin a little bit until you really start saying, you know what? This guy's forcing me to confront this. He's forcing me to think. He's provoking me to think. And that's what thought-provoking is. Another castle in the clouds. What if they show you this? And it looks more realistic than the ones that have been coming out on YouTube videos for years. In China and other places. What if it looks really, really real? More real than any virtual reality headset. What if it really looks real? And they convince you that they brought back dragons. And that there's now castles in the clouds that you can visit. And you can walk up, you can ascend the stairs. And you can go up into the towers and the rooms and see them. And it all feels very real. It feels real. But does that mean it is real? Because I suspect they're going to do what I'm showing you. I'm trying to prepare you for the coming illusions. The ones some of you don't see yet or won't see or start facing until it's here. I'm doing something unusual. Peculiar. I'm doing what other channels won't do, what they don't think of doing and don't care enough to do. I'm trying to prepare you, trying to prepare your spiritual lives. I'm trying to shake your spirit up and get you to see possibilities, potentialities. All of this is stream of consciousness. None of this is scripted. This is straight out of my mind and my spirit to yours. That's probably why it's rejected by so many. Because it is honest. Elephants, flying elephants. Surreal, isn't it? Wouldn't that be surreal? Well, yeah, it would be. But you're in a realm of illusions. It looks a bit maybe like a Salvador Dali painting. Do you remember his giraffes on stilts? Have you studied fine art? Have you studied art history? Have you studied anything along the way? Or are you like those memes of the man or the woman who just started paying attention and is looking at the sky and saying, "What's those? Maybe that is something weird." They could pull this off and normies would say, "We've always had flying elephants." Or maybe they would make it a Mandela effect in this realm, where we would say, "That never existed. That's new to me. That's a Mandela effect change." For others, they'd say, "There were always flying elephants here, Stephen. These always existed. You just don't remember. You're misremembering." And they'll try to gaslight you. There's many approaches they can use. There's many tactics that Team Evil, big Team Evil, can use in this realm. Not the little piss ants, just little small timers, small fries, small piss ants on YouTube, but the big Team Evil. What about this? Why would I toss this in there? A leprechaun with a pot of gold. Maybe they'll turn some of the old legends and lore real. Maybe they were real at one time in this realm. Maybe they were, and written about and spoken about and carried on through fairy tales and songs and stories. Tinkerbell, little pixie, pixies and fairies and fairy dust. Maybe it was real. Or seemingly real, or what people thought was real. Maybe it will be again. Maybe mermaids as well. Maybe giraffes with wings. You see this? Some of us will be saying it's an illusion, and we won't be falling for it. Others will just adapt to whatever reality or whatever realm they're shown. Whatever it is, they'll go along with it. They'll go along with the program, as the old saying goes. They'll just go along with it all. All of it. All of it. It will all be normal to them. Giraffes with wings. Why not? In a realm of illusions, why not? Why not? Some people will shake their heads, as they always do, and say this realm makes no sense. It's a cop-out. You don't want to understand then. Go away from me. If you say this makes no sense, and if you say my video makes no sense, and reality makes no sense, and the realm makes no sense, and the design makes no sense, you haven't been paying attention then to my videos, because I'm showing you how it adds up and fits together. If you don't want to know, go away. I don't want you. I don't want everyone around me. Some people view that as heresy, like, oh, he should embrace everyone. No, I shouldn't, and I won't, and I don't. How about sea turtles with wings? Angel wings. White wings, angel wings. How about that? How about that? Would you accept that? Would you just adapt to that reality or reality timeline here if that suddenly came out of nowhere And people said, well, they've always existed. Very colorful, surreal-looking sea turtles with angel wings. Those have always been here. Flying sea turtles. Where have you been? You didn't hear of those? Those have always been here, they could say to you. The average person, the average Joe or average Jane, normie, if you want to call them a normie. I'm not being insulting. I'm just trying to describe them and use something that describes them, and they're the mainstream. They're the majority. I'd say it was always like this. Sea turtles that can hover above the beach sand. Levitate. Levitating sea turtles. It was always like that, they could say. Those have always been here. Where have you been? You just didn't know. You don't know everything, they'd say. You don't know everything about this realm and sea life and animals and birds, and you don't know everything that exists here. You just never knew about them. They'll try to gaslight you. What about pink dolphins? Well, that's a Mandela effect for some of us. They do exist here now, by the way. I spoke about these and made videos about them years ago. And I showed them to people years ago before I had this YouTube channel. You're in a realm full of illusions. That indicates something about where you are. Just the fact that there are so many illusions here is a big clue, or should be. It isn't for the majority, of course, on Earth or in this hell realm. But it should be a clue. Look how weird that one is. Siamese dolphins, conjoined dolphins, has one joined at the belly. I thought I'd leave that in there. It's all good, as humans say. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. But it isn't all good here, is it? This realm. Rainbow Mountains, Peru. Or China. China. It's another Mandela effect for some of us. But you can look at Google Images and they'll show photographs of them and videos on YouTube. You're in a realm filled with illusions. There's even blood red lakes in this realm. There's all sorts of strange things in this realm that are kind of mind-blowing at first, until you truly grasp how this realm works. It's a deception generator machine. It's an illusion generator machine. This realm creates deceptions, illusions, conspiracies, lies, mirages, tricks, and trickery. It's a matrix. It is masterful at deception. It's very tricky. It's very complex. It's not as simple as the vast majority of humans seem to want it to be. They want what's simple. They crave it all the time. That's why they'll never see what this place is. Because they want it to be simple when it isn't simple. So if you're looking at a complex problem and you keep repeating, it has to be simple, it should be simple, but it isn't simple. It's very tricky. You're not going to solve the puzzle that's very complex when you really want it to be simple. And it isn't what you want. It isn't what you want it to be. It isn't what you want. It isn't what you want. You don't decide. That's why you're often surprised by how things work here. Hits you out of nowhere. It blindsides you. Look at these pillars with faces built into them. An illusion. An optical illusion. There's some very good optical illusions in this realm, in artwork and in some designs. These are just AI generated. These aren't that great. Native faces in the mountains and the rocks. I wish they were more camouflaged and hidden. so that they didn't just jump out at you. But you get the point. I think. I hope so. I hope so. I'm trying to show you about the realm. A lot of people look for simple answers. Like, will someone just carve those in? A long time ago, let's say, they would say, if they saw something like this, or they'd say, well, those were just carved into the mountains 1,000 years ago. Some of the peoples in America just carved them in. That's the explanation a simpleton would give. Maybe it's a little bit more complex than that, this realm. Maybe history's not so simple, man. Maybe it's a little bit different where you are. Overall, the realm itself, the design, this whole thing, this level of this sewer matrix, this hell realm. Maybe it isn't so simple. You can stay simple if you want, but I think there's a cost to staying simple. I think the cost of staying simple is staying here. Oh man, that would hit some people really hard, like a rude awakening. If you want to stay simple, maybe the cost is you stay here. Because you haven't done enough work to see where you are and what this is, and to even want to get out in a deep way, spiritually. Not just in your mind saying, yeah, this place sucks, I want out. But your spirit wanting out as much or more than your mind or seeing what this place is. Because a lot of people will say they hate this place, but spiritually they're anchored to it. That's how I look at it. They don't want out deeply in their spirit. They just say on the surface, my life sucks, this place sucks. And it's surface level complaining. Just bitching and complaining. You're in a realm of illusions, and I'll keep saying it. I'll say it over and over and over and over again. Look at this giant tree with faces in the tree. It's another illusion. This is an illusory realm, a realm of illusions built into the design. It's not a coincidence. It's not random. They don't just happen. It isn't evolution. It isn't the bullshit they tell you. This is a realm of illusions. It's designed to trick you, not just once, but keep tricking you. Keep you confused. Keep you guessing. This is not my home, and that may be one of the ways in which I can see this place. Because I don't treat this as normal or my home or have a feeling of, I love nature. I love the trees. I just love everything. This is all so beautiful. It's not like I grew up just in a city my whole life and finally went out in the woods or to a river or creek and like Ian or someone like that. This is not my home. So I can look at it differently than some of you. Or maybe than most humans. Look at this here, in the woods. So what's nature? Is nature natural? Or is nature an illusion? Is this an illusion? Is nature more like this monster in the forest than Mother Nature? Well, that's an illusion. Mother Nature, does it really nurture you? Does nature really nurture you? Or is it darker than most people are willing to face and admit? Is it a little bit darker if you go out there in the woods at night? Do you have a different feeling? If you're alone in the dark woods at night and you don't have a flashlight, and maybe you don't have any means of protection, you're just out in the woods at night, alone. Maybe that'll give you a different perspective or a different feeling. Maybe nature isn't so nice and mothering and nurturing and full of abundance and just ready to feed you and coddle you and cuddle you in her arms. Look at this monster coming out of nowhere. You're in a realm full of illusions. You can have the illusion of safety. Yeah, in this realm. Oh, Jesus. You could have the illusion that you're watching a truther, and it's not a truther. It's something like this creature on the screen, whatever it is, with the red beard there. You see him? Look at him. Just look at him. You could call him a truther, as some do. Hundreds do. That's another illusion. This truther shit. They call themselves truthers. Truthers. Maybe they'll bring gremlins to life. Straight out of a Hollywood movie. Or what you believe is to life, and you can have one as a pet. Or you can see them maybe at the zoo or somewhere. Maybe. Would you like that? Do some of you love the illusions here? Are you in love? Are you in love with the illusions of this realm? Are you in love with the illusions, the lies, the deceptions, the trickery, the falseness? What's phony here? Look at this gremlin. It almost looks real. This monster doesn't look real, but how would you like it if you came across that in the forest? Then would you say, well, Mother Nature's still really good. It cares about me. She cares about me. Try to make Mother Nature into a human. Mother Nature. She's human and she's your mother and she's caring and she cares about you and she protects you and wants the best for you. It's all bullshit. It's all an illusion. What if nature isn't natural at all? Have you ever considered that? What if nature's unnatural? What if nature is an illusion in this realm? What if it isn't the real nature at all? What if you're just out there and you think it's real and it's just an illusion? The whole thing. And I'm not saying simulation. It might be different than that. But what if it's some kind of illusion? It doesn't have to be a hologram. But what if it's some kind of illusion? And they have you believing that nature is natural, the way you see it here, with trees and plants and fucking poison ivy and poisonous mushrooms and venomous snakes and everything else. You think, well, this is natural. This is good. It's nature. It feels better than the city, so it must be good. It's a lesser of two evils. It feels better than the polluted, stinky, loud, noisy city, so it must be good. That's how simple most people are. If you're honest, they are. If you're honest with yourself, that's how simple most people are. Because do walks in nature feel good? Do they feel better than being stuck in a noisy, stinky, polluted city in the summertime and it's 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 or 40 degrees Celsius? Yeah. It feels better out in the woods, absolutely, quite often, unless you're being eaten alive by mosquitoes or attacked by a bear or other things. I just showed you the Tower of Babylon on fire. But are you so sure that it's natural? What if nature's artificial in this realm? What if it's an illusion, a deception? This building made of mirrors. I tried to get the mirror effect for AI, but it didn't do very well. I wanted it to be shiny mirrors reflecting the clouds and more of a reflection look. A tower of mirrors. Why mirrors? Because a lot of you are fooled by mirrors. You're in a realm of mirrors. You're in a hall of mirrors. You're surrounded by millions of mirrors. And you can't see. And that confuses some of you, many of you in this realm. Not some, most. Well, Stephen, all I have to do is look in the mirror. What do you mean I can't see? Are you sure that reflection is the real? You're looking at reflections of reflections of refractions and other reflections upon reflections. It's endless trickery. You don't know what the fuck is real. If you're honest, you'll admit that to yourself, and that's a big step. It's one that most people don't take, which is why they stay stuck. What are you going to do? How are you going to figure out what's real and what's a deception, what's an illusion? They could show you fake cities, and they would look realistic, and you would think, well, that's a city in China, or that's a city in somewhere in the far side of Russia. How the fuck would you know if it's real or not? You wouldn't know. They could show you fake people on television, in the media. You wouldn't know. Deep fakes. There's all kinds of illusions in this realm. And there's going to be more and more. So you might want to hone your discernment and not laugh off what I'm doing, which is what stupid people do. They laugh. He says it's a hell realm, and that's victim complex, and that's playing the victim. That's whiny, calling it a hell realm, and that's just whining, and that's what Baxter Large and others do on channels on YouTube. And if you don't know who I mean, it doesn't matter. They don't matter. They're just piss ants. They don't research anything. Pyramid made of mirrors and reflections, reflecting on water. As above, so below. That's part of the trick. That's part of the trick of this place. As above, so below. The astral realm reflecting this realm quite a bit. With fake buildings, fake architecture. Why the fuck would there be buildings and cities, whether they're cities of gold or libraries and Roman columns and great big heavy buildings in a spiritual realm of immateriality? Why would there be buildings at all when we don't need bodies? We don't need to walk. We don't need to have legs and feet. Tower of Babylon on fire. Again, this version. Babylon's on fire. The tower's on fire. Burn it down. But is that an illusion? Is Babylon really on fire? Here, today. Did Babylon even exist? Did the Tower of Babylon exist? Or is that just another story, another illusion? Is it just another story? Is Babylon another story? Is Sumeria another story? Is all of the ancient shit just stories? Ancient Greece, ancient Rome, ancient China, ancient Japan, wherever, the Maya, the Aztecs, the Incas, is it all just stories? I don't know. Do you? Do you know for sure? Are you so sure? Do you believe in dinosaurs? Look at the Hall of Mirrors here. Just mirrors and mirrors and mirrors. Illusions stacked upon illusions, reflecting other illusions. And then it becomes easy to deceive you. So that you're confused. You don't know where you are. They can rule you by confusion. They can deceive you. Rule by deception. Rule by confusion. Rule you that way in this realm and beyond this level. They can rule you that way on the astral level when you're out of body. But here, they rule you this way with halls of mirrors, millions and millions and millions of mirrors and screens to stare at. How do you know what's real? How do you know what's real? Are you sure you know what's real here? Are you sure? I thought I'd change it up a little bit here. Ravens. Twin sisters. Oh, my screensaver. My screen went blank. I forgot to switch that setting off. It went blank for a second. Raven sisters. Twins. Gemini. Gemini twins. Is that real or is that an illusion? Are they real? Are they part raven with raven wings, raven hair, dark hair, raven hair, are they real? These curvy, raven-haired women, are they real? Voluptuous, are they real? Are they real with their D cups, their double Ds? Are they real? Are they real? What are they? Is this just AI? What if you saw them in quote-unquote real life? Would you say, wait a second, they're real? They're not just twins, but they seem to be hybrids of some kind. They seem to be part raven. They're not just human beings, humanoid, Homo sapiens, or whatever the new term is. They call them Homo sapiens. It's weird. Raven twins, Geminis. What if they came up with something like this? What if they were able to splice genetic code together and come up with some hybrids and grow beings with wings? I don't know if they could do that or not. We're in a matrix. I don't know what they will come up with. Would it fool you? Or would it show you something? Would it indicate something to you? Would it be a clue for you? Would you use it as a clue? Like some people spoken about in this, noticing Easter eggs and truth hidden in plain sight, truth hidden in movies and TV shows, TV series, truth hidden in fiction and in novels, in songs and song lyrics. Some of us have gone through that for decades, noticing truth hidden there, hidden here, hidden there, Easter eggs, hidden, song lyrics, movies, TV series, fiction, books, poetry. Everywhere in this realm that you look, you can find some truth. As I've said, you could even go into a sewer and find some flecks of gold and some rings and gold chains and diamonds. But are you going to go through sewage for the rest of your years here? Do you really want to dig through sewers? Or do you want to go somewhere where you don't have to go through sewage and you get truckloads of truth? It's up to you. You can be a fool if you want. Go in the sewers if you want to. Go to the shit channels. I'm not stopping you. Don't you see the beauty here? Well, I do. I see the beauty. And I want my wings back. I'm missing my wings. I've always felt like I should have wings. Some others are that way as well. Whether they miss their angel wings or angelic style wings doesn't necessarily mean that they're angels or fallen angels. Or whether you think of having raven's wings, dark wings like this. Is this an illusion? What you're seeing on the screen? Is evil here just an illusion? How far are you going to go? Are you going to face the illusions of this realm? Are you going to study this realm? Are you going to study how it works? Are you going to pay attention? Are you going to focus? Are you going to observe? Are you going to do the work while you're here before you leave this place? Are you going to try to understand this realm on a deep level, in a deep spiritual way before you leave here? What are you going to do? Are you going to face the illusions? Are you going to face the abyss? Are you going to face the fire and the monsters? Are you going to face down evil with courage and curiosity? Are you going to be Viking strong? Are you going to be Viking strong? Don't give in to fear. Whatever illusions they show you. Viking strong is what I want. I want warriors. I want warriors that won't back down. I want warriors on my team. I want warriors, Viking strong. No fear. Be fearless. We are powerful, magical, eternal beings. magical, eternal beings, magical spirits. And this place is wrong. But this isn't forever. We're not trapped here. We're not stuck here. We're not sealed in here, but the demons will be. The demons will be sealed in here. Thy will be done. They will be sealed in here, quarantined here, unable to leave forever and ever, for eternity. Sealed 1,000 ways in this place, magically sealed. Fuck you, demons. We don't fear you. We stand against you, and we will defeat you. We will triumph over evil.